Almost live, almost live. Waiting for it to start.
We are live.
We are live.
We
awesome.
are.
Hello, people of YouTube.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is.
That's a good point, actually.
Yes.
Hello, guys. Welcome to our review of episode 8. It's gone so fast.
It has.
Episode 8 of Star Trek Discovery.
This was the penultimate episode before the break, so we've got next week's, and I think that's their break till January.
Definitely feeling penultimate episode on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the episode was Latin. Well, the name of it's Latin, and it means if you want peace, prepare for war. Which is a very nice little. Well, they've all been relative to what the actual video's about, what the show's about, but this particular one I think was more on the nose than all the previous ones. I don't know if you agree.
Yes.
Okay, so I really, really, really like this episode.
Oh yeah.
You?
And you saw a different side to oh god, what's his name?
Saru?
Sorry, what did you say?
Saru?
Saru?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was the right answer.
I don't know.
You need like a bell buzzer or something when I get something right.
Okay.
Like, ding. That is the correct answer. Okay, so the episode started off pretty much in a blaze of all glory, really.
Yeah, it did.
So we had a massive, well, say massive. We had a skirmish at the very beginning, space skirmish, and I think I liked it because it proves that the Discovery is not infallible.
No.
So they didn't actually succeed in saving not just one ship, but actually turns out 3 ships.
Oh, I know.
And the reason is that the Klingons now have new technology, which means that they can actually cloak their ships. Which means they're
but they don't call it cloaking devices yet. They don't know the name of it yet. It's just their invisibility shield.
Invisibility shield sort of thing. Yeah. So obviously the Klingons have started to band together under Cole.
Yes.
And as such, they have gained the technology necessary to cloak their ships. Which is obviously proving to be an absolute, nightmare for the Starfleet. And so Discovery, I mean, the thing is, what I found bizarre about this, obviously I didn't really mention it in the episode, but it seems like Lorca was already aware of it, because Burnham weren't on the ship when that happened. So they were already on the planet. So they already were aware that they had to do something along these lines.
Oh, yes.
So this wasn't like a random assault. This was definitely something they've been dealing with for a while.
Well, they're at war, aren't they? So it's just constant, isn't it?
No, but I mean the cloaking aspect. So the reason that
that's the reason they were sent there, wasn't it? Because they discovered this planet and they...
And obviously they were clearly already there when the skirmish was happening. They weren't on the ship when that happened.
No, they weren't, no.
So they were already aware of this going on. And they're already trying to sort it out, so to speak. But yeah, then things got weird. They got very weird.
Yeah. Very weird.
So we had, well, not really sentient life forms, but a strange life force.
Yeah, well, yes, of the planet. And yeah, Saru. I thought they'd taken over Saru. It turns out that no, Saru didn't want to leave. This is the piece that he would be looking for.
They gave him everything he wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a bit confused at the beginning. I thought it was more of a possession, but no, it seems like they just sort of showed him the life he could have, and he was more than happy just to live there forever, really.
And at last, Michael and what's his name, kissed.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
Yeah, it's not like it's been a long time coming. Although to be fair, I mean, the last episode kind of just went in circles on that one anyway. So they ramped up the tension in their relationship without actually any time passing.
So Burnham and Tyler, they've now got it on.
Yeah, they're technically an item now, which is quite nice. But I mean, getting into the sort of go on. Sorry, what?
No, it's all right. We'll wait. It's all right. I just remembered something at the very beginning of the episode, which I got a little bit excited about.
Okay, well, I was going to say, just getting into the main sort of crux of the actual episode itself. This was a really well put together episode.
Yes.
The tension was like ramped up the whole way through, and I felt like they had everything that's been good about this series in one episode. They had the Star Trekking, like you actually saw a new planet. You saw they
Their
were
first
exploring.
contact with another
Yes,
life form.
yeah.
It's
So they were exploring. They were discovering.
Yes.
But you also had the combat. You also had the sort of dynamic and the drama. The whole bit with the admiral is I'm slightly confused.
I'm not sure if Admiral Cornwell is actually dead or not.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, because I don't feel like that was really cleared up. I was thinking she was doing it as a ruse, but then obviously that Cole guy didn't saw through it.
Cole saw through that, and you've also got Lorel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Who is the one that's had that injury on her? I presume she's female. She looks like she's female.
Yeah, she sounds like it as well, to be honest.
No, she is female, yeah, because you can see the actress that plays her, but she is female. So she goes into the cell with all this equipment, and then she's like, scream!
Yeah, and I wondered at first whether it was
I thought that was a ruse to pretend that she wanted to defect, to get the information out of her.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But then it went really far.
Yeah.
She took it very far, and obviously she helped the Admiral escape to some extent. They failed, and they had the little scrap, which I thought was another sort of ruse, so to speak, between the two of them.
That's what I thought, yeah, because they had those couple of words, didn't they? It's like, you're not quite what I expected or something. And then it looked like the Admiral died, and she took it to the death room.
But that's what I mean. I was under the impression that she had knocked her out and that she was taking her to her ship, which is what she said she was going to do.
Yeah.
But then she took her. That's the bit that confused me. When she had her just laying on the floor, that really threw me, because I was like, why is she not taking her to her ship? What's happened?
Yeah, and Kroll will know as soon as they're out going to the death room, will find the other Klingons that, she's like, I'm going to get my revenge, and, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she went the wrong way about it.
She did. He saw straight through that. It was like, oh, yeah, you bow down to me, you could be my interrogator. Soon as he put the paint on, it's like that, right, this is what we do to lie. It's like, oh my god, he totally got her.
Yeah, he's not this sort of, he's not just a stupid, mindless minion that's probably we're being led to believe. He's quite intelligent, and he knows exactly what's happening.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to be quite a dark adversary, I reckon, because I don't know, at the moment they've kind of had it easy. They've not had a straight up villain. The straight up villain died in the first 2 episodes that weren't even part of the actual plot.
So he's obviously the villain now.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing those buttons, so to speak, that's causing everything to happen. And obviously he's now gathered so many together that it's actually causing some serious issues for Starfleet.
Well, for the Federation, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you noticed, while they were on the planet, what was it called again? Pavo?
Parvo, what's up?
Parvo?
Parvo, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Parvo. The little speech type thing that Michael and Tyler had about the needs of the many, or the few, or the one.
Yes.
They had to get that in there, didn't they?
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
That little talk they're having, oh, well, maybe if we don't do this with the antenna, then the war can carry on and you don't have to go back to prison.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's talking about having this lovely life of catching fish and things like that, how lovely it'll be. And then Michael's like, yeah, that's not going to happen for me, because once the war's over, I go back to prison.
Precisely. And yeah, but either way, the point is, I think that she's trying to put to him as well, is that either way it's not going to work out in his favor.
No,
because she's either going to be in prison or be at war, and there's no happy medium.
No.
And obviously he wants to spend time with her, and that's fine, but yeah, it's as you said, he's willing to sacrifice everyone just because he wants to fall in love with her.
Yes.
And while that's seemingly noble, it's just a really bad thing to do.
Because people are gonna get seriously hurt. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, I mean, we already know how bloody the Klingon wars are supposed to have been.
Oh yeah.
Anything to put
Are
an
you
end to that.
drinking something there?
I am drinking something. You're not talking enough for me to cover it.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah, try harder. Try harder.
Shush you. So, what I got quite excited about at the beginning,
Yep.
when oh god, what's his name that does the Stamets
Oh yes.
and Tilly, and he called her
Yes.
Captain Tilly.
Yeah, so he's clearly seeing different timelines.
Yes, you said about this.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's it was a really nice way of doing it because it was very much understated. But yeah, I like the idea that he is actually genuinely like in multiple dimensions.
And,
Technically speaking.
and he's going to accept her help. They're going to monitor what's going on because he's right. Either way, whatever's going to happen, he's going to hurt his partner. His partner's going to be absolutely devastated, whatever they do.
Yeah, I think the difficulty behind this though is that it's fine monitoring it, and obviously he's going to get these moments, especially when he goes into the warp, or when they go into warp and that, where he's going to see the various sort of dimension stuff.
Yeah.
But from what we've seen so far, he clearly isn't in control of the other versions of himself.
No.
So we saw that there was like the one that was staring back in the mirror, for instance.
Yeah, that was a freaky.
So-
that was a proper.
so-
That's weird smile on his face as well.
Yeah, so it's the idea that every time you have a decision made, or he would make a decision, then it would split off another timeline.
Yeah.
Either they're doing that, or it's a case of every time they put him in the machine, he splits off another timeline. So I don't know how they're working this. I don't know how they're going to do it.
No.
But yeah, quite clearly now we have multiple Stamets in multiple places. I mean, obviously the other thing as well is that he's lived through every timeline that Mud put them through as well.
yes, that's got to have had some sort of effect on him.
Yes. So, I mean, potentially there is one of those timelines where they beat Mud, but Lorca died until he somehow managed to be promoted to captain. I don't know. There's always every chance that that's the case, and that's what he's seeing.
Yeah.
But oh god, they've missed a trick again. They're gonna make Tilly a captain. Why the fuck didn't they make her important?
I know, like, have her somewhere in the lore, like, not like she's a major character, but it's like, so we knew she was a captain here, and we get to see her, like, in her
So
final year of being a
angry.
cadet, because that would be so cool.
I'm so
I know.
angry.
I know.
It's really it's really riled me for like since the
Yes.
beginning.
Oh god.
But
yeah.
now, oh god, now I'm more livid than ever. That's the screenwriters.
So she
didn't think of
definitely
this.
becomes a captain.
Yes, in at least one timeline she becomes a captain.
Yeah.
Whether it's the one we watch, I don't know. But we now know that there are multiple versions of the Star Trek universe anyway. So there's no saying. I mean, we don't know what universe the Star Trek Discovery sits in.
No.
There's every chance that like she could have been a captain somewhere else, and I would have been perfectly fine with that idea. Like she may never become a captain in Star Trek Discovery, fine. But having a name pop up somewhere else, and then having Stamets drop that little bit of information, and be like, oh, he's look at that one. It's their timeline. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I like where they do the little tie-ins like that. That's really good.
Yeah, I don't
Because they
think
did
they
it with
even need
the.
to go.
They've already done it with the Enterprise, and
Yep.
saying about Captain Pike.
We've had a lot of Spock references.
Yes.
Obviously, his family are a big part of this.
Yep.
I quite like the dynamic there. Obviously, we didn't get to touch on it at all this episode, but the dynamic between obviously his family and Michael, you learn almost more about Spock through that than you would if Spock was actually in it,
Yes.
because you learn the family dynamic, and you learn like they were genuinely really loving parents.
Yes, and you knew that Spock's father, he was in touch with his emotions.
Yeah, that's the reason he fell for a human.
Yeah. He actually
he
fell in love with a human.
Yes. Yeah. It was not the same as the sort of pairing that you usually get in a Klingon world. It was
No,
genuine love
it
they
was,
had for
yeah.
each other. And you definitely see that in the way that they brought up Spock, because he is the most out and out human Klingon you'll ever find.
Sorry, you called him a Klingon.
Oh,
You need
Vulcan.
to punish yourself now.
Sorry.
We have Vulcan
Sorry.
nerve pinch.
Ow. It hurt. Sorry.
So
I'm
you should be.
tired. I do apologise, everyone. I'm going to get shot for that.
Yeah, you wait till I see you.
I'm more concerned about anyone watching.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Make sure you tell him off for that in the comments.
Oh. Anyway, but yeah, obviously him being the most out and out Vulcan.
Yes.
Who? Most human-like Vulcan that there is, and then the irony being that Michael was the most Vulcan-like human.
Yeah.
I quite like that. But what that says to me, obviously, because a lot of people in but the way they always portray Spock in a lot of the series and a lot of the films and stuff, is they always play on his human side.
Yes.
So we know he's Vulcan, so they just literally whitewash the idea that he's Vulcan and just go, yes, I'm feeling complete like sociopath. It's fine. Like we'll ignore that side of him, and we'll just appeal to the human side of him all the time. So I quite like the fact that Michael was also involved in that dynamic, and that she is very much Vulcan.
Yes.
So it makes you well aware that he was, like he was in tune with both sides. Like both parents were involved in that situation.
So she's not so Vulcan now.
No, she's very logical though.
Yes.
And yes, she is letting go. She is getting in touch with her feelings, but it's the same way with Spock, whereas he's very human in a lot of aspects, but then he will fall into his Vulcan. Yeah, he'll fall into his Vulcan ways when it's important. But half the time he very much errs on the side of caution with that, because he knows that it doesn't sit right with a lot of people.
No.
He's more aware, he's more self-aware than most Vulcans would be. It kind of reminds me of the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock. You know, when he says, like, when he starts getting more aware of how sociopathic he is, and he says something and then looks at Watson and kind of goes, not good, and Watson's like, not good. That's basically where Spock is. Like he'll say it and then he'll go, I shouldn't have said that. But he's self-aware. I think Michael's on the other side of that, whereas she is able to think before she speaks, but you know that she's calculating it. Like, you know that she has said it in her head.
Yes, she has.
But yeah, I do like that dynamic, and I do know what you mean. They are bringing down the walls with her a little bit more, and she's starting to mellow more. I mean, it's character-wise, she had a lot of reason to be untrustworthy because of what happened.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But she's now starting to, like, she's very much become part of the crew, and she's let down some of her walls to a lot of people. Obviously, Tyler being one of them. The irony being that he's the one she's known the least amount of time.
Yes, and Tilly is just lovely. She is. I hope she. Yeah. I hope they don't do anything horrible like kill her off or anything like that, because she needs to become a captain.
The only explanation as to why she doesn't. Yes, the only explanation as to why she hasn't been captain, though. That's the only problem.
Well, she's in the last year of being a cadet, so she's quite away from being captain.
Yeah, precisely. So her being killed off would make more sense as to why she doesn't appear anywhere else. It would kind of make me happy but it would make me really unhappy. And I mean, I've obviously said this before in the reviews, but I really hated her character in the first episode. God, like she irritated me as soon as she walked on set, and I was really prepared to hate her, but she's grown on me massively. I'm actually like a really big fan of her character.
Yeah, no, I really like her as well, and I think it's actually done both Tilly and Michael some good, them being like crewmates, and
yes, of course,
having to share the same what do they call it? I don't know, dorm or whatever they call it, cabin. That's it.
Cabin, yeah, that works. Cabin.
It's a ship.
But yeah,
cabin.
Yes, you're right.
I am right. Don't laugh at
me.
You
are. Okay, I'm sorry. What else? Let's kind of go into. So one thing I did kind of.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I was just going to talk about the end bit, but you.
Okay, well, one thing I did kind of get from the conversation Lorca had with whoever is now in charge of Starfleet is that they are very much in disarray now that the Admiral's gone as well.
Yeah.
I feel like they're relying much much more heavily.
Okay.
Oh God, I need to sleep.
You do.
On the Discovery, I feel. So it's kind of turned, because obviously they were at the beginning, and then because of Lorca's attitude, they kind of stepped it back a bit. and had him not really get involved unless absolutely necessary because they didn't want to lose technology. But now they're in a very desperate situation, and he's very much policing the situation.
I assume it's an admiral who was speaking to this Vulcan, and the Vulcan you could almost like it's like he was getting angry because it's a desperate situation. You could almost see him start to get a little bit emotional, especially when he said all of the ships have the invisibility technology. And it's just like you can see it in his face. He's just like, oh crap.
Yeah, no, it's and I think that goes a long way to sort of explain the sort of situation that they're in.
Yeah,
because it is very desperate now, and I mean, obviously, I think we can kind of speculate now what's going to happen from this point onwards, because as you said, it is very much a penultimate episode. Thankfully, they are very much building up a bigger story arc now. Obviously, I was concerned that they were going to clear up the whole admiral situation at the beginning of this and just be done with it. But it's clearly a much bigger part to play now. So if we're getting to the nitty gritty, so I'm pretty certain the next episode, as the mid-season finale, it's going to be
a massive battle. Yeah, there's going to have to be a massive cliffhanger as well.
Yeah, there's going to be something really serious going to happen next episode. I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah, I'm thinking battle over that planet.
Yes, definitely.
Whether or not anyone else gets involved, or if it's just going to be Discovery against the what isn't they called, the sarcophagus? Is that what they call on that ship?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So unless it's just those two involved in some one-to-one combat, or whether it's going to be an actual face-off on neutral ground, I don't know. Whether there will actually be more of a diplomatic conflict.
It can help.
It's helping.
Yeah, but.
But are they going to mediate this? Do you know what I mean? Like, are they going to get involved? Are they going to be the ones that sit across the table and say, "Look, this"? I mean, it seems bizarre to me because we've still got so many more episodes left after that, so I don't feel like it's going to end.
I don't.
But so I don't know what they're planning to achieve, but I know they're obviously not going to achieve it unless we have 6 episodes of clear up in January.
And this,
oh well, that's done. Yeah. That was fun.
And also, what's going to happen with this whole drive? Because it's going to be we cannot use this drive, and I wonder if it's because they can't use. Because of what's going to happen to is it Stanham?
I think Stamets has already kind of hinted at the fact that it's not going to carry on because it's very much reliant on a organic being.
Yeah.
And Starfleet are not going to allow that. So as soon as they realise what's going on, and I mean they're in. Obviously, the Admiral's in the loop, isn't she? Because she was aware.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why she kicked off. But obviously, she hasn't filed that report because she never got back.
No.
So Starfleet, as far as I'm aware, are completely blissfully unaware of the fact that the warp core is being controlled by an organic being, specifically Stamets. I feel like as soon as they find out, one of 2 things are going to happen, but both of them end with it eventually being discontinued. Yeah. So they're either going to discontinue it there and then, which I find unlikely, or they're going to continue it until the end of the war and then discontinue. Wow. But there's no way that Starfleet are going to be able to brush that under the carpet because, as we kind of know from the way Star Trek presents it, they're much more open than a government's meant to have been.
Yes.
They're much more in touch with the people, and it's a lot more democratically decided on these sort of things, and they are very much against this particular type of organic beings being used for technological gains.
What he shouldn't have done it because he kind of splice some DNA onto himself.
Yeah,
or
he made his choice.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the only way this warp core is going to work is if someone does that. So they'll just take it away. They'll get rid of it. The Discovery is going to be destroyed. Effectively, they'll have to just scrap it.
Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't have the series like Star Trek Voyager that could go anywhere it likes.
Precisely. So, question: is there meant to be another series of this after?
Yes, there is. They have already greenlit for season 2.
So we then know, in my eyes, then if this is the way this is going, we then know that the Klingon War isn't ending the series. Because that would be, for me, that's the end of the Discovery. As soon as that ends, Discovery goes.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, I mean, we know this happens. Unless, of course, next series has a different version of the Discovery.
Oh, I hope they don't do that. I don't really want them to do that.
But do you know what I mean? They've done it before with the Enterprise. Like the Enterprise gets wrecked or something happens to it and it's discontinued. They build a new one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant like as another timeline.
No. I mean, as in like something happens to the ship, or
And they have to get it re-registered, and it'll end up being like Enterprise. I don't know, because it's been done with Enterprise. That's fine. Leave that
it
alone.
has been done. But the fact that it has been done means that it's still. I mean, it's not something unique to the Enterprise. It's something they do with ships all the time. Even on this, or even right now on Earth, they do it all the time.
Right now on Earth.
Like, I mean, yes, right now on Earth, the US, for instance, has the USS Enterprise as an actual ship.
Do. Yeah.
And that name has carried on since the like 1800s, 1700s sort of era, from like sails and rigging through to I think it's an aircraft. If I'm I'm not sure, but yeah, it's carried on through because they just keep upgrading the vessel.
Wasn't there a space shuttle called Enterprise as well?
No, I don't think there was a space shuttle called Enterprise.
Really?
But no, I don't know if there was. There might have been. I'm not sure. They all called things like Challenger and stuff like that. But I think in terms of fleet, because I think the shuttles were named after owned by the Air Force more than the Navy.
Space Shuttle Enterprise. Space Shuttle Enterprise was the first orbiter of the space station system, rolled out on September 17th, 1976.
Oh, so fair play. There you go.
Yes.
There was one. Fair play. So there you go. So I mean,
and it was actually
anything.
It even says on here it was named after the Star Trek starship.
Fair play. So there you go. I mean, isn't it weird how wouldn't it be really strange if like history foretold the future, and that we will actually have an Enterprise as like one. That's weird. It's a weird idea.
That would be so cool though as well.
But obviously, yeah, there's the potential that that's what will happen at the end of the series. Something will happen to the Discovery. I'm not even saying it has to get destroyed, or maybe they just take the warp core out and put a new one in there and just have to change the registration because of that.
Yep.
It could just be that simple. It could just be a retrofitted. But we'll see. We'll have to see how this all works out. Really,
definitely have to wait.
Because it'd be nice once it's over with. Obviously, the Klingon crisis has been put in here to kind of give us a backstory to build our characters from. It'd be nice if next season, once we're well aware of who these characters are, Star Trekking series, because I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the whole, like, the weird and wonderful things that the writers come up with for people to explore, because some of it is just fantastic. And I just really want to see that again, because the last time we saw that was, well, I mean, what was the last series to come out?
What, Star Trek?
Yeah.
That was Enterprise.
And when so that was Enterprise, and that was a while back now, wasn't it? It was like got to be early 2000s, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So with that being in mind, we haven't had, because I'm not being funny. I mean, JJ films are amazing, but they're definitely not Star Trek in terms of the trekking side of things. We haven't had any Discovery things in any Discovery episodes or anything like that, or like just straight up like searching for new planets and stuff since the Enterprise series. And I want to see what they do with the new technology. Simple as that, really.
Yeah, so we have seen a new planet now, which is good.
Yes. And that's what I mean. Like, I mean, it looked fantastic.
Proper Star Trek stuff now. They're being explorers. I know they're at wars. It's very difficult to do this.
Yeah, I want to take the backdrop of war out for the second season. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Having them explore, like, having the dangers and the threats they have posed them being the actual exploration itself. Like, things they find, things they do, but not having it start global, like galaxy-wide conflicts. I just really want something that actually sums up what Star Trek's all about, because I just want to see what they do. I mean, the CGI in this series so far has been fantastic, which means that they can get so much more done than they ever did in any of the other series.
Yeah.
They can make things look so much better, and I just really want that to be a thing. I would love to watch that. But
be cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes,
we'll see. I mean, I think that's something maybe we can discuss next episode.
Yeah.
Maybe make next episode a little bit longer than usual, so we can actually discuss what we think is going to happen.
Well, yeah, because it's going to be a little while. We've got to wait till after Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited.
Star Wars happens first. At the moment, that's more important.
Yes, yes. But I have Star Wars Christmas jumper, so that's fine.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Are you happy to wrap up there? Is there anything
Oh,
else
I think I am. We've been going for what, half hour now? That's really good.
we've done half hour? I think that's about right.
Yes, I have baking
Okay.
to get on with, so I'm busy this evening.
I've got some more things to record and edit. Yes. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always.
Yes,
You're
thank you.
all amazing.
You are all awesome. As always, please like, share, subscribe.
Just smash the thumbs up button, please.
Yes.
With any... Well, no, actually, no, I won't go that far. With your face, specifically. But yeah, just hit the thumbs up button and let us know what you think. Drop us a comment. And we'll be back again next week for the final episode of this current run.
Yes, with the season break. Oh, I can't wait.
What, for the season break or the last episode?
No, because I can't wait because there's gonna be a cliffhanger. They have to have a cliffhanger to.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna keep you involved.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just more concerned about what I'm gonna do on Mondays.
Oh, I'm sure I'll find something to do.
Yeah, same here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Or we could always play some Star Trek.
We could. Oh, we could. Let us know if you want us to do that, guys.
Yes.
I'm more than happy to do that. But yeah, if you want to see that, then we're more than happy to jump on that. Indeed. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.